Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here, honey. Listen, child. Okay, I had to come to y'all with a piece of a voiceover, all right? I know how y'all feeling. Jamie ain't come here for all of that. Girl, just listen, okay? Just sit down and hush and listen to me real quick. I ain't even gonna be that long. You ain't even gotta see my face, girl. See, hear what I got to say. Anyway, so listen, child, Real Housewives of Atlanta, they over there in shambles. More specifically, my girl Kenya Moore. All right. This is very unfortunate. I feel away, honey. They over there touching my girl stuff. And I'm like, don't put your hands on that. Put your hands down. Stop touching her shit like that. Okay. Now listen, Kenya Moore has been going back and forth with this landlord for quite some time. All right. It had been reported that my girl had got evicted. She came to the social media to clear up the air and say what y'all out there reporting is not accurate, it's not actual, it's not factual. You know what I'm saying? The case ended up being dismissed or something like that. She was saying the landlord owed her some money back for the tenant improvements that she did. She ain't been paying the rent, and she wanted to be, I guess, have the rent to be um adjusted based on the improvements that she did to the building, right? And how she explained it and how it looked, it seemed like it would like cross each other out to where she would owe either nothing or like a substantially less amount than what was being said. Okay, whatever it was, the landlord said, listen, I'm sick of your I'm sick of your get your and get out is what it was given. Okay. It seems like the landlord was like, you ain't gotta go, but you gotta get up out of here. Actually, you do gotta go. But where you gonna go, I don't know. But you have to get the fuck up out of here. Now, child, I seen security standing out there by Miss Kenya Moore belongings, and I seen a few other people standing around it. So I would want to believe that they're trying to make sure nobody gets any of her items. All right. And I know y'all like, Jamie, what the hell is you talking about? Well, let me get it up on the screen for the people, okay? So that y'all can see exactly what it is that I'm talking about. All right. So let me pull that up for y'all. This is what I'm talking about right here. Okay. This is Kenya Moore's stuff. Child. According to Jay's reality blog, they're saying all of Kenya Moore's equipment being removed from her salon via Blanco Unlimited over there on the Instagram. Oh, I can't take it. Y'all over there touching my girl stuff. Kenya, where you at? Did you know that they was gonna put all your shit out like this? And that's crazy because up under that awning, that foyer, whatever that is, there's like an entryway. Like people be living up in that area, child. She's in a building that's, retail and residential. Girl, Kenya, you might as well go ahead and start you a yard sale right there. Go ahead and start you an auction or something right there. Honestly, before everything was up, you should have allowed people to come in and start purchasing this anyway, if you could have. You know what I'm saying? Now, binge worthy, shout out to Justin Diego. He also has some footage from a different angle. And this is what's going on. Girl, y'all see the security man standing out there? Kenya. Oh my God. The people about thinking they having a yard sale for real. Oh, Kenya, girl. Maybe this is worse. It looks worse than what it is, maybe. Child, I'll be mad as hell. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, girl. It look like they took your shit off the walls, Kenya. Ooh. I'm looking for Kenya to come to us by Sunday. I feel like she's gonna be coming down to the social media over there on the YouTube to give us her breakdown of what all really happened. Girl, this does not look good, Kenya. All the people that can't stand you and they been hating you for this many years, baby, they finally feel like your time has come. This is sad, but she gonna come back from this. She will, You you ain't got no choice but to, come back from it. But best of luck to Kenya. Y'all leave your thoughts and comments down below. The next thing I want to get into is another crazy story featuring Sidora and this husband she has Ralph Pittman. Y'all know they have been going through this divorce. Drew, he was banished at one point to the basement. She can't even be in the basement, child. She got to get out the damn house. She's been releasing more details about Ralph. And it seemed like my girl finally trying to fight back. Maybe, just maybe. We shall see. But she should have been fighting back a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. But aside from that, this is what TMZ is reporting, because they're saying they have alleged text messages between Drew and her ex. Now, who sent this? I don't know, but I feel like as we get into these text messages, we're going to be able to identify who may have sent this, child. So, ooh, girl, you could tell from the blue and the gray. It looks like this came from Drew. So they're saying Drew Sidora claims she paid her estranged husband, Ralph Pittman, half of her Real Housewives of Atlanta checks during their marriage. She paid this man half. Now, y'all do know this is not uncommon for women on the show that bring a man on the show to get him a portion of their check. But I don't know if she willingly just gave him like half, or if it was because he was like one of the managers of her businesses or something, and he also had to get paid for managing her as a manager. I done got pissed off just thinking about that, because I need y'all to stop letting y'all husbands be y'all damn managers. I need y'all to let that go. Okay, but let's keep going. So they obtained these text messages, and we're going to get into it. Why? Because we're a piece of nosy. Hell, we are. They're saying lunch the doc. Let me see if I can lunch the... Child, okay. Well, let's blow the doc up then, since we getting into it. Child, wait, now see, y'all gonna tell us to blow it up to launch the doc, but y'all ain't got the font together over here. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. Y'all ain't got the font together, so we'll start over here with it. So they're saying, good morning, Ralph. I've reviewed the monthly expense tracker, and I most definitely cannot afford $9,000 of household expenses at this time. Are you going to pay for half of the groceries as well as half of the kids' expenses for the month? This was in April 2026. So now I'm wondering, okay, so this was just a few weeks ago, around the same time that I think that announcement was dropped that she ended up losing some type of custody. So are these text messages what sparked him to switch up in the courtroom? But let's keep going. They go on to say he responds to her the next morning. So this man, I'm sorry. He responded to her immediately. So he says, good morning. I produced per the order and believe this is very generous, as you haven't contributed anything towards the home in a number of years. Hopefully you can see what it has taken to run this household over the years. Oh, baby, this nigga he's spiteful. Oh, he can't stand you. So he goes on to say, your attorney should be advising you, but if you don't pay, you will be in contempt. So this is what he's saying. If you don't pay, you will be in contempt. That means to me that Ralph has been very well versed on his role as a non-primary custodial parent at this time, is what it appears. So when Drew may have been relying and expecting Ralph to take those children to damn school, as I stated, Ralph, in my opinion, did not follow through. That's not a fact. I don't know that to be a fact, but it's merely my opinion. And he was very aware that, based on his attorney, if she doesn't get those kids to school, it could potentially look bad on her. Therefore, you could use it as leverage. I don't know if that's what his attorney told him, or if that's something he just understood on his own. Right? By saying, if you don't pay, you will be held in contempt. That means to me also that if you don't get these kids in therapy, you will be held in contempt. If you don't make sure these kids show up to school, or they have a unexcused absence, then you will be held in contempt. I know the agreement that you and I have, but I also know that it's not written in court documents, so I'm not obligated to do anything. And because I'm not obligated to do anything, it's going to fall on you. Ralph was very well aware. And while Drew was over there learning them damn lines for them shows, as she is supposed to, because it's her job, she also should have been over there learning the lines of the damn court, to make sure this mother don't try and play her. And some part of me is, I'm not going to hold you, Drew, where the hell is Allison at? Because I feel like Allison would have had all of this in check. But let's keep going. All right. It goes on to say the spreadsheet, this is what he says, contains major expenses. There will be other small costs that I'll send you directly. For instance, I had to pay salt for the pool as it's being serviced today, and the light bulbs. I feel like they've had this conversation before in the past. Okay. Let me see if let's go back to these text messages real quick and see if we're able to read any more. Okay, it says, Ralph, how can you say I haven't given you money towards the house in years? I've given you 50% of my money. She says, of my Real Housewives. And all along you were getting paid directly from Bravo as well. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Sue Toucan Sam. He was getting paid from Bravo too? I thought Bravo didn't pay the husbands. Let me go back and read that. Okay. It says, Ralph, how can you say I haven't given you money towards the house in years? I've given you 50% of my money for Real Housewives, and all along you were getting paid directly from Bravo as well. I gave you 50% of my endorsement deals and my movies. Let's talk about how you took $300,000 out of my money I received personally on my personal injury settlement. Bitch. She asked Ralph why the mortgage had not been paid on their home and claimed they were behind $25,000 in payments. Let me keep reading, okay? Because she also goes on to say, she says from her Achilles heels rupture, that's where she got that money from. You said that you were something, you so-called things around the house or whatever. She says also based on when we were something last month, I guess behind, or we were in court. No, behind last month, the mortgage was $25,000 behind, which you admitted on the witness stand. Okay. So I guess this is what happened in court. Okay. Keep in mind, some of these messages is like distorted. So then it says, Ralph, you're in contempt or the first temporary order by not paying the mortgage. Why was the mortgage $25,000 behind when you were, I guess, in court on March 2026? I'll wait. Try. April 13th, he responds. He says, you're making up stuff again, so I won't entertain it. When I said years, I'm speaking since filing the divorce. He says, I'm speaking since filing for divorce, which is now 3+ years. I'm just telling you how the process works, and I hope you're receiving guidance from your attorney. Baby, that attorney need to be fired. I never argue with you about the order. I just follow. I don't know why you're arguing with me. By the way, my order had me paying 100%. I don't know why you're tripping about 50%, especially since you make more money than me. Didn't I tell y'all Drew make a lot of money? And I definitely felt like she made well more money than him if his ass works in corporate. And I don't think he's like a CEO, one of them C-suite positions to be making all of that anyway. Talking about 70-some thousand a month. I don't know. But yeah, I do believe Drew made more money than him. I think she did a better job of maybe putting the money in somebody else's name and making herself an employee of that company. Potentially, I could be wrong. I'm not an attorney. Okay, I know some attorneys listening to this right now, ready to chew on my neck, honey. Okay, I'm just saying I don't know for fact. All right. So then he goes on to say, Drew, Anaya's therapist is in the hospital. He says, I made an appointment with psychiatric associates in person on April 30th at 3 p.m. per the order. We will have a pre-call with Trisha before the appointment once she returns. Praying is nothing major. Okay. So then she says, I know this already. No, I was in the midst of making all the kids an appointment together. We're eyeing May 11th. She says, I spoke with them today. I'm already handling it. Thanks. Trisha Love will be back on April 16th, and they are discussing the possibility of some other stuff. Okay, of I guess her other son, Makai, joining in as well. He says, we're in court May 11th. That's why I booked it for April 30th. We can also schedule once school releases the to prevent an impact on their testing. I'm just communicating. Drew, I don't know what's going on, but in these text messages, girl, it does seem like Ralph got it more together than your ass. I'm not gonna hold you. This you telling him I booked it for May 11th. This man said, girl, we got court on the 11th. That's why I booked it for April 30th, child. This is the reason why the courts has been acting the way they've been acting. And the gag is, this says page 3 of 27 at the bottom. That means it's a lot more messages, and y'all know how TMZ do. They gonna milk it every single day. So more details will drop more than likely tomorrow. He says, let's get this divorce done so you can live the life you want. He says, you're done using me. Baby, what? Ooh, girl, these people is crazy. Um, let me see. Let me see what else. So I'm trying to understand these messages. Girl, I cannot make out some of these messages here. Girl. So in this top message, basically, she's pretty much telling him that all I could do is pray for you. You're a disgusting individual. You're evil. You're an evil man. You know, I used to think that you were a nice person, but you're not. You're not a nice person. You're a very calculating man behind the scenes. You know, you try to destroy people, she said. She was like, you always told me that you will kill people off, and now I'm experiencing it for myself. All I could do is pray for you. That's what she said. So that man said, I don't need your prayers. You don't know God. Oh, baby, the way, I'm sorry. Ralph is handling the shit out of Drew. This is terrible, mamas. This is terrible. So then goes on and she says, I've been the best mom to these kids. And you, she says, you even said that to me until you wish you had a mom like her growing up. Okay, that's pretty much what she says. I've been the best of these kids. You know it. You even told me that I've been the best. You even told me that you also wish that you had a mom like me, the way I have been to our children. Girl, this man told her, you're too delusional to even understand what's happening. He says, try praying for yourself. Okay, don't pray for me. Pray for your damn self. And then he goes on to tell her, no, the hell I didn't. Meaning, I ain't never tell you no shit like that. You and your mama suck. Understand that, girl. This is, ooh, girl. I think furniture can get rearranged in the home at this point because it's a lot going on. And it's going to be Drew's furniture getting rearranged to move out because the way y'all arguing with each other, the judge really not finna tell you could stay. The judge really finna say, at this point, I think it's unsafe for y'all. Okay, you go ahead and leave the house. Yo, these messages is crazy. So it seemed like Drew is saying, oh, you got, I guess, banished from the church or something like that for trying to date the politician's daughter or whatever. Me and my mama saved you, but only God can save you now. I'm going to pray for you. And he's like, oh, I tried to date the politician's daughter and you and your mama saved me. Oh, okay. Okay. And now I'm a loser. Okay. That's fine. I know I'm a loser. And guess what? You are too. Baby, Drew, it's not funny, but Ralph is handling her ass in these messages and I can't take it. I can't. This is insane. This man gonna tell her, watch when you get your attorney bill, you really gonna feel like a loser. Woo. Bitch, I would feel like a loser right now. I'm not finna hold you though. I'm not. I hate that Ralph is tearing you up in these. I can't. He is lining her up. Let's continue. As TMZ first reported, the judge presiding over the case ordered Drew to vacate the home by next month. Drew claims she'll be homeless and does not have the funds to find another home at this time, right? She is begging the order to reconsider. I don't know, Drew, because if these are messages coming from you, baby, and you said something about making more than him or whatever, I don't know, because the judge may be like, where's the rest of the money? This is where I can't stand that I feel this way, but it's like, Ralph not wrong when he's like, girl, your attorney should be advising you. This is crazy. Um, all right. They continue to go on. Drew wrote to her ex, I most definitely cannot afford $9K of household expenses at this time. Are you going to pay for half of the groceries as well? We got into all of those messages, right? It's crazy. And I see is Drew and Ralph's name on this house, or is it just Drew's name? Because why would the mortgage be 25K in debt? In debt, or not so much as in debt, but like past due, late. Why would it be late? $25,000. I just don't think Ralph would put himself in that position like that if he got things so under control and he been taking care of everything around the house. So it makes me wonder that, girl, it's giving sabotage a little bit. It's giving that to me, and you guys let me know. It just seems like the house may be in her name, and because it's in your name, I'm not finna pay it. It's gonna mess your credit up, not mine. I'm not finna take these kids to school because you're gonna be the one in trouble, not me and mine. You know what I'm saying? It's all going to fall on you. And this just does not look good. But Drew, you also interacting with him the way that you are, I don't think that's gonna help your case either. You girl, you should have fought a little harder. You should have got a better attorney. You should have been a bit more smarter with this decision. And he just been beating your ass to the punch every time. He beat you down there to filing the divorce papers, beat you to switching attorneys, getting him a better attorney that's advising him how he wants to be advised. Okay? And you just going with the flow. Like, it disappoints me so much. Okay? Focus, girl. Focus. Ooh, y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. A part of me feels like her providing this information to TMZ to show more of Ralph's character. I just don't think it's going to help her in court in the long run, in my honest opinion. I just don't think that it's going to help you. Yes, it may help you win the court of public opinion, but I feel like it's not really. Maybe you think that. But to me, because I feel like we already know Ralph for his works. We already know that. We already know he's a loser. He knows he's a loser. But I just don't think it's going to help you get what it is you think you want to get from the course. It's just not. I don't think so. But y'all can leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. I apologize for the struggle of reading those texts. As you guys can see on the screen, it was very distorted. So I tried to make my way through it the best way that I could so that we could get the information, okay? But I want you guys to, leave your thoughts and comments down below. That's all that I have for y'all at this time. I'm Jamie, that's me. And I'm gonna have to catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking the drama.